Good Tuesday morning, and welcome to Drive Time, brought to you by Jim Peach Motors and Peach Chevrolet. Good morning, Hot Rod. Aunt B's in. Good morning to you. Rock's in. Good morning, Rock. Shay Smith's in. Good morning. Martha Simmons, Renee Johnson, Angel Baxter. Good morning to each of you. Jordan Rowland. O Clack's in. Good morning, O. Elizabeth Nelson. Good morning, Elizabeth. Joe Beasley, Coach Edge. Good morning to you, Coach. There's Andrea Robinson. Mary Blair. Larry Murphy. MC's in. Good morning, MC. Josh Godwin's in. Tracy Miller, Ashley Morris. Good morning. Naomi Lindsay. Raj is in. Good morning, Raj. Mary Blair. Booker's in. Kathy Tolan. Good morning, Kathy. Mark Miller. Timmy Wiggins. Marvin Henry. Good morning, Marvin. Jesse James. Good morning, Teach. Robert Moy. F Count. Good morning. Reggie Marshall's in. Good morning to you, Reg. Leroy. Good morning. And D-Mop. Jennifer Smith. Coach Tiepo. Good morning. Amanda O'Gwen. Good morning, Amanda. Hillary Emmons, good morning to you. Daniel Smith, Sandra Gibson, good morning, big crowd. Katie Ward, the Colonel's in. Good morning, Hal. Tracy Steele, Jeff Peavy, Ronald Kirkland, and Catherine. Good morning up on the plains. Donald Thompson, Miss Gail, Jane Ward's in. Good morning to you, Miss Ward. And good morning, Kenwood.
Good morning. What's going on this morning, DJ?
Nothing at all.
Besides
Nothing
fog. I mean, it's a little foggy out there this morning, isn't it?
I didn't even notice.
You didn't notice?
Sunshine.
That's
all I see.
I mean,
oh, sunshine.
That is the sun is starting to shine now. I mean, what is that? What is that they say? That old saying about I got sunshine on a
rainy day,
on a cloudy day or something. Yeah, whatever it is, something like that. What'd you do last night?
Well, I had a bunch of yard work lined up yesterday afternoon and into the evening, and managed to get home and get it done, and got a frozen pizza and watched a little TV for about 4.5 hours.
Was there anything interesting on?
No,
on TV at all?
No.
So I tell you what, let's go ahead and get let's go ahead and get the big story out of the way, if you will. Does that sound good to you?
Sure.
So, I mean, obviously, in my opinion, the big story would have to be that you actually went to bed on time last night. Matter of fact, as you were telling me a little before we went live, a little earlier than normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess once you've seen the best team in the nation get beat, I mean, there's no sense in really watching any other football, is it?
What LSU did to UCF was impressive.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't see that coming. I don't think anybody could have seen it coming. But the way they dismantled a fine UCF football team a week ago is still the talk of the town. I did get out and about early this morning, made the loop by Hibbett's, and I saw a lot of boxes outside, and it said return to sender.
I bet you did. I want to tell you something too. What's got me about that whole deal is like, did you see how the camera angles and stuff, like they didn't want to show the stadium, like in certain camera angles, because I don't know that it was even full, was it?
Oh, it was empty.
Yeah,
and we knew going in that it would be, and it's just a byproduct of the sham that is college football. When 12 people, 15 people can go lock themselves in a room and they decide who gets to play, and it's not settled on the field. I don't know that Clemson's the best team. Clemson's better than Alabama, but I don't know if they're the best team.
Yeah,
They haven't proven anything to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous.
But one day they'll get it right, and they'll do like every other sport at every other level, and they will settle it on the field. But, of course, there's so much money. And let me say this. We're going to talk in circles, I'm sure, throughout the next 45 minutes or so. And it may have been just me, and I'm not one of these to try to stir the pot. We try to report and let people decide. Is that not right? Try to be fair.
That's it.
I thought Chris Fowler was way over the top with his getting excited when Clemson had a good play, and there was a lot of them.
Oh,
he graduated from Texas.
Yeah.
So there was no real reason.
Yeah.
And you could tell Herbie was trying to create some balance there. I thought Fowler was over the top. I thought he was.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care that he was.
Yeah.
But I thought he was.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you the truth. The fact that we have sit here and watched so many of these games now where we're talking about commentators and how they are or not, like Musburger a few years back.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to show you, I'm just not too sure that Alabama was too fired up about wanting to win that game last night. I mean, they didn't look like they were.
Well, about that seventh time they got hit in the mouth, you could tell their willingness to be there and wanting to be there was starting to go away. Clemson's offensive and defensive front dictated how that game went. They dominated the football game. And, the flash guys always get the headlines and always get their name in the paper, but anybody who understands it, you win down those trenches, you win. And Clemson won on both sides of football.
I love what Shay said. She said she wasn't going to watch it when Bama started losing. She had to tune in. So, but you know what? Speaking of tuning in, it's, what is it, a quarter till, and guess what it is?
No. Well. Final Top 5 Tuesday.
The final Top 5 Tuesday of for football anyway.
Well,
not saying there won't be anything else, but I mean, at least for football.
I've taken a lot of crap during this segment throughout the year, and I've tried to be honest and unbiased with this grouping throughout the year. And as it turns out, I got it right.
It would appear that you got it.
I'd hit it
head on.
Dead middle. Got it right.
Yeah.
Once again, with college football being the way it is, I think it's appropriate that I have co-champions. UCF is obviously the defending regular season champions, and in the exhibition season, I'm going to give it to Clemson. I think they earned it on the field last night. I think that they played a team from a watered-down conference. I've been saying for, 15 weeks now, the SEC is overrated. It was a down year. Our two best teams on paper got smashed in the exhibition season. We went 6-6 overall as a conference. So, and it's not Alabama and Georgia's fault. Auburn's got to get better. Texas A&M's got to get better. Florida's got to get better. They've got to get better so we can get used to banging heads. So when we get in these kind of contests, we can hold up a little better than we did this exhibition season. So Clemson, UCF, code number ones.
Yeah. So you UCF still hold. You still think they, without a doubt.
Yeah. They ran the table again. They beat Cincinnati, beat Temple, a tough Temple team, I mind you.
Yeah.
So when you go down to 3, the Ohio State should have been in the playoffs. I think there's no question that the playoff committee got it wrong. We had 3 playoff games. We had 3 blowouts. You tell me.
Yeah, we did. It was it just wasn't good.
Ohio State should have been in the playoffs. Probably should have been that game last night. Ohio State 3. I'm going to have Oregon 4. They're going to have the best quarterback in the country returning next year. He'll be the number 1 draft pick. They're going to come in as my number 4 team to end this year. And then I'm going to put Texas 5. Not because of what they did to Georgia necessarily, but Texas showed, I thought, a lot of improvement throughout the year. I think they're ready to emerge back on the national scene. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're in this exhibition game next year. Wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Or do you think that with Alabama, do you see anything changing up there?
They've got some work to do. like I said, every team in the SEC has work to do. The SEC has been kind of propped up, over the last several years of being this dominant conference and this and that. And I think this exhibition season showed that there's nothing further from the truth. Our two teams that on paper were the best got smashed. One team from the Big 12, one team from the ACC. So you tell me. Thank God Kentucky beat Penn State.
Yeah, that would have been disastrous.
The whole thing, this committee, they start voting on teams to go in, and I hate this train of thought when they start talking about good losses versus bad losses. What does that mean? You play to win the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
that makes no sense. That's something they've invented. That's a concept they've invented. There's no such thing as a good loss. You lost.
Yeah,
and it's comical that they have sold a bill of goods to this country that 12 people, 15 people, whatever it is, can go into a room and they decide who plays for it all. I mean, that's just asinine.
Amanda Gwynn, losing is tough. George H.W. Bush.
Amanda Gwynn's a gamer. I promise you she'll bounce back.
Oh, that was good. Ashley, good morning, Ashley Bush. PGPN, Mike Walker.
Walker, good morning, Walt.
Abby Roberts, Elizabeth Weaver Watson. Good morning, Elizabeth. Ricky T. Jerry Wilson. Mary Jane Goolsby. Let's see who else is in here. Retro. Good morning, Rhett Joyner. Coach Shell. Good morning, Coach. Bryce Egerton. Reed Joyner. David Graswick. Sheriff Jackson. Good morning, Heath. I think he's going to be getting
sworn in Friday.
Sworn in.
Public's invited.
Yeah.
We all turn out for Heath if we can. 4 o'clock.
That's right.
Courtroom 1, Courthouse, Alabama.
Now, what court is that? The big
That's
courtroom?
the big one.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
All right.
And of course, I enjoyed almost every play of the game last night. I really did. It was good football. If you were the holder for for Alabama, and you knew that the fake field goal had been called, and you knew you were running off right tackle, and your lead blocker was the kicker, a guy who has one bar across his across his face mask. When you're in that kneeling position and you're sitting there waiting on the ball, what's going through your mind? You have watched 42 and you have watched 7 rip Tua's head off all night long, and now you're fixing to be the ball carrier on 4th and 8 off right tackle with a guy that has one bar as your lead blocker.
Hey, wouldn't you have liked to have been at the Tua family gathering last night after the game, and where the mama looked at the daddy and said, Alabaster don't seem so nice anymore.
Man.
I'm going to go back to something you said, okay? And I know everybody in here, good morning there, Chef Adam. I know everybody in here thinks that, we're just going to beat and bash on all the Bammers that we can, and we are. But but the fact is that hey, they made it. They were there. They played for it again. I'm still not sure that just like you kind of pointed out a while ago, I'm not too sure that they never made it into one top 5 all year long of yours.
And I caught a lot of heat about it.
You did.
I caught a lot of heat. And I knew my day was coming.
And they might have you considered them for a top 10 a time or two.
I did.
But that was it.
I knew what was coming. I knew I'd have my day.
Yeah, you called it.
SEC's is bad football right now.
You called it.
We got to get better.
Yeah. Bookies were only happy Bama fans. I guess so.
I will tell you this, and this is not piling on. This is not. There'll be time for that later. After the game.
Good morning, OG. Sherry Weaver.
After the game, and I know they're young guys, and I understand what was at stake and what happened when it didn't go your way, but I was disgusted that Tua didn't go over there and shake Sunshine's hand after the game. That's not cool. I remember Jake Fromm finding him last year after a heartbreaking loss and shaking his hand. Tua had 2 hours to prepare himself for the official loss because they had been beat down that long. Mm-hmm. And for him not to get his butt up and go over there and shake Sunshine's hand, I'm not good with that. That should have been a learning moment for him.
Yeah, that was. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I mean, it was. You know, we talked about this a little before we went live. Why do you think they waited so long to try and put Jalen Hurts in the ball game? I mean, don't you
tell
think?
Me.
I mean, don't you think that after that just debacle that was that fake field goal?
Have I not sat here the whole year and said they had a quarterback controversy problem at Alabama University?
Yes, you did.
I mean, it's a mess. One of them's got to go.
Well, you say one. It's about to be two.
Well,
two of brothers.
Do you know what, when Bryant left Clemson, and that was a tough call but I appreciate this about Dabo. He communicated to Bryant early on that, hey, we're going in another direction. Like it, leave it, lump it, whatever. This is what we're doing. Open, honest communication. Bryant did what he had to do. Dabo wished him well. No hard feelings. The rest is history. That's how you handle that situation. That's how you handle that.
And that's what he did. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't have let. I mean, I don't believe I would have let Jalen sit over there as long as he did. I mean, I just think
he sat over a long time.
It was just too. Yeah.
Last year he pulled the trigger at halftime.
That's right. And there was too much bad going on. So Wade said, on the bright side, their store should be busy today. Hey, ain't that the truth? That's good.
I didn't see the halftime show. I saw a lot of comments on social media about it. I didn't see that. I didn't see the national anthem. I heard that was interesting as well.
I did not see the national anthem.
PGP just brought it up, and I missed all of it.
I did not see the national anthem. I did see bits and pieces of the halftime show we were talking about, and I say bits and pieces. I mean, not all of it, but some of it. It was awful. I mean, somebody said something about the hamburger. I mean, that it was just not good. Listen, I don't know who the Imagine Dragons are, so maybe I was destined to not have a good time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean that's just all I can figure. So, oh, they're saying that was Lil Wayne. Okay, well, there you go. So there she is, Miss Carolyn Jennings.
Morning, Mom.
How about those Tigers?
Had a big night.
That's right. How about them? I tell you, I don't know if we're all just getting older or if music and entertainment's just getting that much worse. But, I mean, it started with the Super Bowls a few years ago. I mean, the entertainment just gets – every year progressively just gets worse and worse and worse, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better.
Did the starting quarterback for Alabama, did he throw one interception or two? Should have been four. It hurt so good.
Oh man, that was good. That was good.
In all seriousness, and I think the Bammers will agree with this, and it seems like it's a decade-old problem. How come they don't have a guy that can kick? They have great players at every other position, multiple players at every other position, and they have never been able to solve the kicking riddle.
Well,
did you see the guy they have signed for next year in the All-Star game, in the Under Armour All-Star game? 30-yard chip shot, he shanks it right. I'm sitting there thinking, what? He's the number one rated kicker in the country.
Now, it's my understanding Saban will not give a scholarship for a kicker.
No, he has signed the number one rated kicker in the country this year. He will be on campus next year. But in the All-Star game,
he's shanking
a 30-yard chip shot, missed it bad.
So
I don't know. This is crazy.
So honestly, it doesn't sound like the guy's all that great.
I don't know.
He's the number one kicker in the country.
They just have these great players everywhere, and kicking has been an issue for them for several years. I mean, for several years. They'll tell you that.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, listen, just go back and look. I mean, little history will teach all of us that. So, the Hamburglar and the Joker. No, they don't give kickers scholarships, Raj, at all, which is, I think, one of the reasons they're in the shape they're in. You agree?
They've got problems.
Yeah. So, let me ask you this. So now that all that is over with from last night, do y'all start playing baseball pretty quick with Stokes?
Yes. They will play the first of next, I think February 10th is our first game.
February 10th?
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
they're quick, yeah.
Yeah. And then it's fast. If you, look here. Look here. Did we just look here.
Are we live again outside?
Yeah, we just had somebody. You can kind of catch him. It looks kind of gray and rough out there, don't it? What you think? I don't know. You
don't have any Dixieland Delight queued up over there by any chance?
No, I don't. I didn't hear. I was waiting to hear some of that Rammer Jammer, but I didn't hear any of that either. Last night.
We did. In all seriousness, we had Jacob Odom, Tanner McDaniel, both from here. Jacob, a WSNL graduate, Tanner, Tara Miller graduate, both in the $1 Million Band, performing last night at halftime. Had to be a great experience. Kelly Chavers, who is a T.R. Miller alum, graduate 84. Sonny Chavers is her father here in the Pollard area. Her daughter was in the Clemson band last night. I saw a picture of her on Snapchat. So a lot of Dirty 30 connections in the game last night. I saw a posting and I shared it. I didn't know that Woody McCorvey was now at Clemson. He used to coach at Alabama.
I didn't know.
He's from Atmore.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
So Dirty 30 had a good handprint on the game last night, and that was pretty cool to see all them participating in those different capacities. But I didn't know that Woody was at Clemson now.
Yeah. Look at that. Nothing like Bama losing on Brent's birthday. I bet that I mean, I guarantee there was a cloud over that house.
What kind of practice you think Daphne's going to have today?
Probably not real fun. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that for sure.
I think he'll give them a chance to have a good practice, but if they get out of line just a little bit, I imagine Coach is going to reel them back in pretty quick.
I have I guess you may or may not know this. I don't know. All the paving projects and stuff that are going on in town, Sile Road, but they've had to do. Do you like what all the work they've had to do all kind of work up there?
It is not a thoroughfare that is travelable at this. If you go down that way, you'd be ready to detour off one of the side streets. They got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes. I mean, a lot. And I want to say this too. I don't think we mentioned it yesterday, and I wanted to mention it, and just because first day back, but I want to send our thoughts and prayers out to James Fruna Fountain's family, and he's a classmate of mine, and a great running back at T.R. Miller High School.
Yeah, he was. He's on the short list.
Yeah,
Fruna.
Blowski. It was going to take more than one or two to put him on the ground, wasn't it?
He was a good one.
Yeah. So, again, thoughts and prayers out to Fruna and family and friends, and that's a tough one. I tell you, man. I think you were talking about around homecoming. About how many you show up, and things always people not here, not there. Well, every year you get older, it seems like it gets faster.
Oh, it does. No doubt.
So at any rate, I wanted to ask, you were talking about hunting over the weekend, and Are you going? You got any plans to go back before the?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go a couple of times.
Season ends, have you pulled the trigger once already?
Pulled the trigger Saturday. Couldn't find it.
Yeah, but I mean, you've put one on the ground already, hadn't you?
No,
Stokes has. That's
yep.
right. That's right. How about that? Replace your Haterade jug with a 32 ounce. Hey, it's a new year, man.
New year,
new year, new thing, New Year's resolutions. Speaking of that, what is on your short list of New Year's resolutions?
I'm going to continue to be fair and impartial. It has served me well in 2018, in years prior, and I'm going to continue that and just try to stay true to my convictions.
Fair and balanced.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be fair.
Do you see any new hamburgers on the horizon that maybe none of us may?
I think we're good here. We got the special burger back. We have the Monroe burger. You got the Oaks burger. You got from time to time I'll go to the Burger King and get the the Baconator or whatever it's called.
I wonder. Need to talk to Josh and find out. I bet they probably doing a pretty good business with that special burger. You think?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah,
I ate with The Rock last week and he had one. I opted for the regular burger. I've always loved the regular burger.
It's good. Yeah, it is good. Look at that. We're about to get struck by lightning. Okay.
Why?
I don't know. What we?
What?
I don't know. What did we do? Did we do something?
I don't know. Yes, Naomi, Thursday.
Keeping up that level of fantasy.
Still giving the car away on Thursday.
What?
I don't know.
What fantasy are we keeping up?
I don't know.
Miss Jackie's does have a good hamburger over in East Bruton.
I think we ought to all pile up and watch the game again this weekend. Doesn't the city have a big inflatable screen?
I think so.
Meet down at O'Bannon?
I think so.
Tailgate?
Oh, fair and impartial.
Have a big tailgate and let's watch it again.
Why not?
It's a good game.
I mean, man, listen, there's nothing no better than to all get together and watch a live. I mean, just a pure car crash. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just a train wreck.
Math is not my thing. It's not.
Okay.
But I think Clemson scored the last 30 points of the game and could have scored a bunch more in the fourth. I made a post on the Facebook page, on the Sports Network page. I was wanting Clemson to fake the 23 blast with a backside George reverse and have it run like their life depended on it. One more time.
I'm going to take it that did that not work out for you the way you wanted it to?
Well, it had mixed reviews.
Yeah.
It was met with mixed reviews.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Hey, I get that too. I get that too. I'll tell you something I've been impressed with as well. After the holiday, I tell you what, it didn't take long. The city to get on top of getting these decorations and stuff started taking down, did it?
Getting them down.
Well, I mean, they got to work on that stuff pretty quick. I mean, I was amazed. So let's see, such a thing as losing and being respectful, winning and being, well,
I agree.
Yeah,
we should be respectful. I think we have.
I thought we've been respectful. Have we not been respectful?
We've certainly tried to be.
Have we been disrespectful about?
If I was wrong in anything that I did or said, I apologize.
Yeah. Well, I don't know exactly what you. I don't know what you did. I mean, you kind of told it for what it was.
15 weeks ago, I had UCF 1 and Clemson 2.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
15 weeks ago.
Yeah. Correct me. You did. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the last two ball games, Alabama's defense has had over 1,000 yards of offense put up on the board against them. Is that correct?
How many?
Over 1,000.
At least.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I think Clemson had 800 last night.
Tell you what, boy. What I'm sitting there reading this stuff. What does it say? We got a whole conversation going on here, and I don't have a clue what's happening. I'm trying to follow that and follow this too, and it's getting. Is that like get harder with age? Is that what happens? The older you get, the worse it is on you. I mean, something crazy is happening. A copy for me too, KJ. Okay, well, no problem. They say I've been respectful. Well, I'm just, I just call a little bit more. What do you call it?
Well, it's very important to remember that Jesse James owns a rolling pin.
Yes, right.
And multiple pans.
Right, and she's got my daughter who's turned into an Alabama fan. So.
And she's a pretty good softball player, and so I know she knows how to swing it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So you have a little incentive.
Let me ask you this: Do you think Dabo, is it Dabo or Dabo?
It's Dabo.
Is it Dabo?
Yeah.
Okay. So is Dabo? Is he going to be the next guy at Tuscaloosa?
He could. I keep hearing that that may have been Saban's last game. He and Terry going to the lake, riding off in the sunset. And, of course, they have that whole deal with the NCAA that's got to shake out, the lower 40, the GOAT, everything. So I don't know. That might have been it. And if it was, what a ride it's been.
That's a swan song right there, isn't it? I mean, and a pretty good one to ride off in. Get your butt whipped by the ACC, and not just whipped, but like really whipped. But Clemson plays really. They're the only team in the ACC that plays SEC football. I mean, my opinion. But Florida State used to, not so much anymore. But when
you think he's done?
Do I think Saban's done?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, one side of me says that Saban's the kind of person that would know better when to retire and go on to the house when he go out on top kind of thing. But the other side of me says that they'll probably have to people have forgot that they fired Bear Bryant.
That's right.
They forgot that. I mean, they fired Gene Stallings.
Yeah. That's the way I remember it.
I mean, yeah. So
they fired Pappy Price.
Yeah, I mean, it sure did. How long was it you could get you a what do they call it, a Magic Mike table dance down there at Arity's?
We rolling, baby.
Yeah, for a while.
We rolling.
We rolling. Mike Price. He was the coach at Alabama all for about, 6 hours?
About that?
Yeah.
An afternoon anyway.
Yeah, he made it to Picola and that
went to a booster meeting and things went
south. Five Flags put it on him down there. Just derailed. Man, it was going to be the next man.
Man.
Where's he at now?
I have no idea.
Golly. Anyway. Yeah. Ron Kennedy said it best. Fired Bill Curry after a 10-1 season.
There you go.
Bill Curry.
Tough place to coach.
Yeah, tough place. So we're working on some game shows.
Yeah.
To do. Some pretty good ones. So get ready. We're gonna have a good time with that. That's gonna be. I was looking at some last night. So there she is. Good morning, Lisa Hart.
Good morning, Lisa.
Super busy. Good morning to you.
Let me say this. So let me ask this to the board. This is a serious question, and we've all been here and done this.
Yeah,
I've done it.
You asking everybody?
I'm asking everybody in drive time.
Okay.
I've done it. I think we've all done it. How many shirts got changed last night and seating arrangements in the den got swapped up during the course of the game? I will, if a game is going bad, I'll change shirts to try to change the look. I'll relocate from a chair to a couch or vice versa. You wonder how much of that went on last night.
Well, I saw Jessica get up and change shirts, I know 4 different times.
Everybody, most people do that. They have a little ritual or superstitious, plan behind everything. And I was thinking about that. Okay, right now you're playing merry-go-round on the seating in the den, and of course the washer is going to be full of clothes worn last night.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's got that. That
At least Philly said 1,300 times.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got that special shirt they wear or what have you. I was amazed at how much. Is that Butch Jones was on the sideline?
Yeah, he lost again.
Yeah. I was amazed at how much he and Coach Vickery from Flomaton look alike.
Yeah, they do favor.
They favor. Because when I first saw him, I was like, "Dadgum, there's Coach Vickery."
I've told you I'm really good at reading lips.
Okay.
Like I specialize in that.
Sure.
And I saw Butch go up to Nick, and he clearly said, "Fake the field goal. Trust me."
And B said,
Trust me.
Aunt B said it happened over there. She just kept trying to explain no matter what they do, where they sit, they have no control over that game.
I tell you, panic sets in. You just do it. I've done it.
Yeah. Listen, that had to be Saban's call.
I think it was Butch Jones's. I think he deferred to Butch.
Do you think?
That's what I saw. I'm just telling you what I saw.
So he put it on him.
Butch said, "Fake the field goal. Trust me." We're going to go Holder off right tackle. The guy with one bar across his face mask, he's the lead blocker. You block 42.
I mean, like, who could have been up top and saw that formation and said, "This is exactly what we need to be doing," when they had timeouts on the board?
Bama had 2 consensus All-Americans on the offensive line that couldn't block those defensive linemen for Clemson. And Butch Jones sent a guy with one bar on a face mask in there to block them.
Yeah. And you'd think if there was a guy going to be a holder that was going to, like, pick the ball up and run, you'd think it would have been somebody that had some speed.
He's sitting there, call timeout,
yeah,
call timeout,
yeah.
call timeout, let's think about it.
I mean, anyway, it was it was crazy. It really, yeah. Never trust anyone that says trust me. It's madness to sit down and do nothing as this house burns down.
Butch thought he saw something.
Well, maybe he did.
He was just coaching. That's what he gets paid to do.
Yeah. Well, that's right. He gets paid more than we do to coach. So I can tell you one thing. At least we don't have this kind of takes off having to listen to anything about the battle the Iron Bowl. We don't have to hear much about that anymore.
Not as much.
Did you after?
But I can tell you this.
Did you unblock certain text groups last night?
It's all open now. Yeah, it's the floodgates are open.
So did you absolutely have a fantastic time last night?
What was it called? Carpal tunnel?
Yeah. with your thumbs.
I'll tell you, man.
You couldn't text fast enough.
I don't know how much data I used last night, but I had Tony Burnham and Josh Brown opened up, and it was nonstop. It was nonstop.
Are you aware of how much data you're using, sir?
I was expecting the phone call. And the surcharges and everything that goes along with it, I was expecting the phone call. Yeah, I hammered them. But I will tell you this. I rethought my situation a little bit. I'm still going to SEC Media Days if Big Skinny gets our paperwork lined up.
Yep. I'm
going to behave initially because I've got a lot of questions I've got to ask him. Like last night, I've got a lot of questions. And it's still going to end poorly, but I'm going to stay in there long enough to get a few questions answered.
And what's the first question you're going to be?
If you had to go back and prepare your football team for the mythical national championship football game, what would you do different? Because your football team wasn't ready to play.
By no stretch.
And that's a fair question.
Yeah.
That's a fair question.
Yeah.
That's well within the Bill of Rights or the amendment thing that we were talking about, freedom of speech.
Well, sure.
It's well within the.
Sure. I don't know why you wouldn't ask that question. I mean, listen, do we want to have a coach from Alabama? Do we want to have the trainer from Alabama call in and talk to us and maybe talk to some of the Bammers and explain to them what went on?
Yeah.
I mean, we can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's going to like us very much, but he may not care.
Yeah.
Tell him we'll help invest in that injury tent deal. So, we could do that. So, look at that. Wasn't sure where DJ was going with that carpal tunnel comment. Yeah, that was a tough one to know where he was going with that one as well. I was sitting there going, ooh. Well, so how much longer? Let's say this. Today's Tuesday, the 8th. Happy birthday to the king, by the way. Today is Elvis Presley's birthday.
It's today his birthday.
It's also Brian Lisby's birthday.
Happy birthday. I think I saw your mother wish a happy birthday to Uncle Buddy.
Well, is it Uncle Buddy Thomas?
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Uncle Buddy. Today, last day, we're going to talk about the game, or we're going?
Probably not.
We're going to enjoy that one. For a while.
I hope we all pile up and watch it again Saturday.
You see, Sarge, checked out of here pretty quick once she heard the top 5, theme song come on.
Yeah.
Said she couldn't handle it. Oh, I mean, I can't imagine why.
15 weeks, I had it right. And I was ridiculed, made fun of, had shade thrown at me. I took it.
I mean,
I took it.
But it all, makes it feel so much better in the end, does it not, when you finally, come out on top and.
Yeah, it does. Feels good.
But don't you feel vindicated?
I do.
As you sit here, listen, at what point last night did you realize that you were going to be able to get up and walk in here this morning and finally not have to deal with the unadulterated harassment that has been assailing you for months?
With I can answer that. When the teams came out for the second half and they didn't put Jalen Hurts in, I knew that we had them.
So
I knew that Tua wasn't getting it done last night. It wasn't going to happen.
You felt pretty good at that point. Yeah. Okay. Well, I know one thing. I know that there was some people that hated to see this show come on this morning because of it. I know that. But guess what, man?
Why? Have a good time in here.
Look, man.
Still fam.
You know what it is?
Ride or die.
I promise you this. They'll find something else. Trust me, you'll do something else. They'll find something else. I mean, you always do. You plenty of fodder with you to talk about, right?
Yeah, man.
So, look at Ronald. Where was Auburn on your list?
They weren't on it. Nobody from the SEC was on it for good reason.
Yeah.
We're not a very good conference right now, but I think we'll get back.
Yeah.
We're a basketball conference.
Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do your thing, man. We got to get out of here.
Had a great day in here today. Appreciate all you being with us. Hope you go on and have a great day. Don't do anything foolish. It was just a game. You have some time to waste tomorrow. Get back in here, and we'll do it all over again. Thanks to Jim Peach Motors and Pete Chevrolet for making it all possible. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all.